Hi, I'm Colonel Conrad Reynolds. I'm the CEO of the Arkansas Voter Integrity Initiative, and this is a series of short videos of arguments that you're going to hear when you go out and you start talking to people, particularly people who are in the system, county clerks, election commissioners, other people who've been in the system, some poll workers. They'll argue with you on certain aspects, and you're going to need to know how to answer them, okay? Because they're going to tell you, well, what about the LNA test? So I'm going to have about 5 or 6 different things we're going to talk about. But the first one I'm going to talk about right now is the LNA test, the logic and accuracy test. They will tell you the logic and accuracy test is something that we do to test the machines to make sure that they are absolutely accurate. Now, under state law, what they do is they have to perform this logic and accuracy test on these machines before the election. And usually, by law, what they'll have to do is they'll have to put it in the paper 48 hours before they actually do the test. It's open to the public. It's open to candidates. They invite everybody to come down and watch it. Nobody does, but that's what they do. They make it available, and then what they do is very interesting. They'll take a stack of 300 or 500 different ballot summary cards, and they'll have them already pre-printed. Maybe 100 for Daffy Duck, 100 for Goofy, 100 for another candidate, and they'll run them through the machine. And then they test to make sure how well the machine actually counts those ballots, the ballot summary cards. And they count and they say, see, it's 100%. Counts them all exactly the way they're supposed to be counted. Then after that, what they do is they lock up the machine and then they put security tape on it so that no one has access to the machine. They will tell you the machines are not online, so therefore everything's good, right? And that they know based on that test, everything is good and that the machine cannot be manipulated. That's what they'll tell you. Let me tell you why that is wrong. The reason that's wrong is inside those machines, it is a computer. In fact, it's a Dell computer. We use ES&S computers here in Arkansas, and inside those are the Dell computers. Dell computers are made in where? Guess where? China. Yes, they're made in China. The same communist country that is all doing what? They're out to ensure that they steal every piece of information we have in America and break into every computer system that we have. They have solely dedicated departments that do that. That's my national security hat. We all know that. This very same country that's doing that is now also building the computers for our election machines with no oversight. But we're supposed to trust that. Excuse me if I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. But here's the thing, and this is what one election commissioner asked me. She said, well, hold on a second. We make sure that everything is right, and we know that everything is fine before the election. And I said, that's great, but inside is a computer, right? And she said, yes. And I asked her, I said, have you ever had to change the time on your home computer, your daylight saving time? And she thought about it a second, and she said, well, no. I said, the reason is because it knows the time. It knows what time it is. So if there's an algorithm or anything running, if it is running on that machine, guess what? It knows that it's not going to start before Election Day. So you can run all the tests you want before Election Day, and it's not going to matter. You can run them after the election. It's not going to matter. What matters is during the election, and they're never going to shut down a machine to test it for all the different combinations. Let me give you an example. I talked to several programmers, and they told me, look, you could program it to do anything. You could program a machine to say, okay, we're only going to change the vote on people who are 80 and above, from 11 to 12 on Election Day. And from 12 to 1, we're only going to change it for women between 75 and 80. And we're only going to change it for people 40 and 45 from 3 to 4. You understand? There are 1,000 different combinations you could use that there's no way you're going to be able to find it. No way. It's not possible. So when they bring up the LNA test, just tell them, the LNA test sounds good, it looks good, but it's no different than the magician that's got the black hat. You've heard that, right? Just an empty black hat. They look at it, they bring somebody from the audience to look at it and say, yep, everything's fine here. But then later they pull out a rabbit out of the hat and it's supposed to be magic? No, it's because we're not allowed to see behind the curtain to be able to know how they do it. They only show us the black hat. And that's what the LNA test is. It's just a black hat. They're showing it to make everybody believe everything is fine. And that way, we all buy in to the use of machines. That's a problem. I've got a few other videos I'm going to show, but I'm going to end this one just on the LNA test. If you've got any questions, give us a call. Take care.